word out. This is pretty much an outline of what's been going on. As I said at the beginning, I had spoken with Mary Ratcliff, who was the past editor of the San Francisco Bay newspaper several nights ago. And based on her explanation to me of the immediate seriousness of need to receive prompt care for the cancer that I was diagnosed with on July 1st, she had said that she was going to put out a call to folks to initiate a call-in campaign, a phone zap, etc., to try to get these people to get the immediate treatment. So I'm under the impression that a phone zap and email zap or what have you has been going on. I have seen no reaction whatsoever, not even an acknowledgement on this end from these people that they are receiving any type of call or pressure or anything about me needing medical care for my cancer diagnosis. I went to the medical department 2 days ago on account of still passing blood in my urine after, over 2 weeks after receiving the biopsy. And I was given they took a urine sample, and the nurse said there was indeed blood in my urine, and from the culture that she took, it looked like it may have been white blood cells in it, which may have indicated an infection. So they were sending it out to the lab to be tested to see if, I had any infection from the biopsy. Outside of that, there has been no indication that I am otherwise scheduled to be taken out for a follow-up with the urologist to determine the course of treatment. When I spoke to the doctor on July the 1st, he told me that I was scheduled within the next 2 weeks to be taken out for the follow-up care with the urologist and I guess to receive a plan of treatment at that time. That was 2 weeks ago. Nothing has happened within that time frame. They did place first my cell block and then the entire prison on quarantine on the same day that I went for the urine sample, which was 2 days ago, which means we're only allowed to come out of our cells for 30 minutes per day. They do 2 cells at a time in each cell block. So only a maximum of 4 people are let out of their cell for 30 minutes per day. And within that time frame, we have to use the phone, take a shower, use the kiosk to receive or send out email messages, and use the microwave if we want to heat or cook food. So all of that has to be crammed into the 30-minute period that they give us outside of our cells, on this quarantine. It's my impression that generally when a cell block or the prison is placed on quarantine, prisoners are not taken out of the cell blocks to go to the medical department or out of the prison unless there's a major emergency situation where they have to be taken to the emergency room or something. So it's possible that this quarantine may be used as a pretext for not sending me out if I were scheduled to go out for a follow-up to determine my course of treatment. And when I spoke with Mary, she was like, they don't know how quickly the cancer could spread from my prostate to, say, the lymph nodes, etc., which would almost certainly be a deadly situation. At this point, from the test results that the doctor read to me, the cancer is still contained within my prostate, so it hasn't spread from what he read to me, which I generally don't believe what they tell me, but Mary had emphasized that now that there's been a diagnosis, care needs to be given immediately because there's no telling how quickly or how slowly the cancer could advance into surrounding lymph nodes, tissue, etc. And that I needed to be treated immediately, within a matter of days, not weeks. So that's pretty much what the existing situation is. I don't know anything as far as when I might be taken out. These quarantines last for a minimum of 10 days. So that just went on 2 days ago. So it's almost a 2-week time period that we'll be on quarantine. And within that time frame, I don't expect that they're going to send me out anywhere. And if I were scheduled within that time frame to have been sent out, then I guess they'll probably reschedule it, which will set it back several weeks more. So that's the situation as far as I know.
So let me ask you this: how are you feeling?
I mean, I feel the same. I don't have any symptoms outside of something that I learned when I spoke to Mary, that one of the symptoms of the condition that I have is chronic fatigue, which is actually called cancer fatigue. And it's particularly prevalent with people who have breast cancer or, as in my case, prostate cancer. And I had noticed for several months that I have been suffering from extreme fatigue. I sleep a lot. I fall off to sleep at, the most unpredictable times. I could be sitting talking to somebody. I fall into a dead sleep in the middle of a conversation or while I'm reading or writing. And it had, affected my productivity. And I was kind of in denial about it, until she talked to me and told me this. And then I researched it in my medical encyclopedia and found out that this is actually one of the symptoms of cancer, because particularly in prostate and breast cancer, the cancer affects your hormones. So it causes your body to go through a state of chronic fatigue. And now, it's kind of understood by me, what's going on and why. As far as I've been extremely tired, it's been going on for months. And I was thinking I was going through some type of depression or something that I wasn't aware of, which I had never experienced before, but now I do understand what it is.
Right.
So outside of that, I feel as I've always felt.